running. There is blood, gore, hence violent nudity.
Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Digital Woods and another Warhammer 40k game. This game is a little bit special as it's the armies and game type that you guys actually picked out for us in the surveys that we put up for 2 weeks ago.
Thank you everyone who voted.
Yes, and after tallying up all the votes, we got the armies of Tyranid and Tau that are going to be fighting in a Maelstrom 1,000-point game.
Yes, and we've already rolled for the game mode. We are going to be playing the Gambit.
Yes.
Just one we actually haven't done before.
No, it is not. It is from the Codex.
Chapter approved.
Chapter approved, that's the one. We'll get right into the army comp and then into how the board is set up.
If you want to jump straight into the game, check out the link down below.
Right down there.
Where you'll see me playing Tau.
And me playing Tyranid.
See you in a bit.
Woo! Alright, so here is going to be my 1,000 points of Tyranid in the Hive Fleet of Kronos. Starting off with my Warlord, it's going to be a Neurothrope. Its Warlord trait is going to be Adaptive Biology. Its Psychic powers are going to be the Horror and Smite, as always. Next, another leader character is going to be a Broodlord. It's going to be bringing along the Ymgarl factor, however that is pronounced. Its Psychic powers are going to be Onslaught and Smite. Next, onto some troops. I'm going to be bringing 2 identical groups of 5 Genestealers, all with Rending Claws, no other upgrades. 1 group of 3 Tyranid Warriors. 2 of those are going to be bringing Death Spitters, and 1 a Venom Cannon. And lastly, for troops, I'm bringing a group of 3 Ripper Swarms. Next is going to be a Hive Guard group of 3, and all of them are going to be bringing shock cannons. And lastly, my 2 favorite groups, 1 Exocrine, and lastly 2 Biovores. And that's my army.
Hello everyone, and this is going to be my 1,000 points of the Tau Empire. I say Tau Empire because I'm going to be actually running 2 separate steps spread across 3 detachments. Start off with my battalion detachment, which is going to be a Broken Step detachment. Their 2 HQs are going to be a Cadra Fireblade, and for my warlord of this group is going to be an Ethereal. The Fireblade has all his standard kit, along with the Ethereal also running his standard kit. The Ethereal's warlord trait is going to be through Unity Devastation, and his 1 relic that he gets, because 1 relic for free, is going to be a Pure Tide Neuro Chip. Moving on to the 3 troop choices of this battalion detachment. They're all going to be strike teams. 1 is going to be an 8-man strike team, no upgrades. The other 2 are 6-man strike teams, and they both have a pulse pistol on their equivalent of their sergeants, their Shazra, something like that. Moving on to the 1 fast attack choice in this battalion is a group of 5 Pathfinders. 3 are going to be equipped with ion rifles. The other 2 are going to have their regular carbines and marker lights. And the squad is going to be taking a pulse accelerator drone in that unit. Moving on to the Vanguard detachment, which is going to be a Tau Step detachment. The HQ for this detachment is going to be Longstrike in his Hammerhead. He is going to be taking a railgun and 2 burst cannons. No other upgrades for him. The 3 elite choices are going to be stealth suits. All 3 squads have 3 men, and all 3 are running 3 burst cannons in the squad. No other upgrades. And for the last unit in that Vanguard detachment, it's going to be a 2nd Hammerhead running railgun and 2 burst cannons. And for my last detachment, I will have a fortification network, again from the Brokin step, because apparently their fortifications can take all of the upgrades from being part of a step. It is a drone controller node, and it will have 4 marker light drones with their marker lights as its war gear. And that is going to be 1,000 points of the Tau Empire. Alright, so here we are deployed for our Gambit game. As you can see, the Tau got most of this side. The Nids, which look like actually a lot fewer models.
It's 2 fewer units. And a few fewer, yes.
On this side, but they finished deploying first. They're going to be have that advantage for rolling off to go first because this is a chapter approved mission. In this mission, there are once again 6 objectives because it is a Maelstrom mission. At the start of each player's turn, they have draw up to 4 tactical objectives, and before revealing what they are or really knowing what they get, they have to place a bet on whether or not they can get either 1, 2, 3, or 4 of those objectives on their turn.
And they can't choose 0.
And they cannot choose 0. If they succeed in getting the amount or higher that they bet, they get those as an additional victory points. However, if they fail to achieve that many or more,
their opponent gets them.
That many victory points. So say the Tau bet that they can get 3 on turn 1 and only get 2, the Tyranids would get 3 victory points on the Tau's at the end of the Tau's turn.
Yep.
Defend objectives and things that are scored on your opponent's turn do not count. So there's actually quite a few things
that would not count
towards achieving your bet. So, yeah. And of course, standard Slay the Warlord, First Blood, Line Breaker are in effect. And it is a variable game. Anything else you want to add?
Not at the moment. I can't think of anything other than my one group of Ripper Swarms are in Deep Strike, so that's why they're not on the board.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and roll off for turn 1. And rolling for turn 1, the Tyranids have a +1 to this roll. Get a 5 or a 6, Mike.
I didn't. You go first.
Well,
Would you look at that?
I'm going to choose to go first. Do you want to seize the initiative?
I would like to attempt to seize the initiative.
No. All right.
And on to Tau's first turn in the actual game. This ends the pre-game.
And we will see you in the game. Check out the link down below.